Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll study about understanding of context. Lesson objective. First, define the term context and describe the difference between context of production and context of reception. Second, list some of the different types of context, briefly define them and explain where you might look if you wanted to find information on them. Third, undertake research to find information on different types of context that may have influenced the construction and reception of a text. Here's the list of what we are going to study today. Let's study the definition of context. The word context refers to the background information, circumstances, and environment surrounding to the production and reception of a text. You might have heard the phrase every text is a product of its time or texts are cultural artifacts. This means texts can tell us about the world in which they were produced. Likewise, understanding the world can allow us as readers to understand and interpret the meaning of text on a deeper level, as well as further reflecting on the way in which we should respond them. Let's look at production and reception. In class, you might have heard the terms production and reception used in a study of context. Take a look at 7 types of context. How a text has been influenced by the events of the author's life, their other work, and the circumstances that surrounded and the writing of the text. These are called authorial context. This might include key aspects of their identity, significant life experiences, values and beliefs, and their personal style and other works. There will be many questions you will have regarding authorial context, and here is the reference where you should look at. Historical context. How a text has been shaped by the historical events, time frame and circumstances of the time the text was produced or of the chosen settings of the text. This might include major events, economic conditions, technology and relationships between countries, societies and people. Here are the questions you can ask about historical context and some help where you can seek answers from. Now let's take a look at social context. How a text reflects the nature of a particular society, including gender roles, social customs and norms, and social divisions. This might include the value and attitudes held by society at the time, dominant and marginalized groups' relationships, and interactions between people or the social hierarchy based on race, class, or gender. Here's a list of questions about social context. Now let's look at cultural context. How a text has been influenced by the cultural features, traditions, beliefs, customs, and way of life specific to a particular group of people. This might include factors related to race, nationality, geographical area, or religion. It might also include literature, art, music, media, fashion, or the nature of work and occupations. Bunch of questions to be asked about cultural context. Public context. How a text has been shaped by factors relating to the government or public affairs of a country. This might include political events, authority, figures, or type of government in control, how they exercise power, and whether the text is created to further a particular political agenda. Bunch of questions for political context. Personal context. How a reader's response to a text is shaped by the personal circumstances in their life that influence the way they perceive the world and ultimately the way they interpret the text. This might include the key parts of a reader's identity, example age, gender, race, occupation, location, their significant life experiences and or their values, attitudes and beliefs. Here's a bunch of questions for personal context. To conclude, understanding context can help us dwell deeper into our analysis by understanding the world in which the text was produced, said, or received. Text can act as mirrors, encouraging us to reflect on ourselves and our world. When studying text in English class, consider how context has shaped or influenced the text and how our own knowledge of context can affect our responses. Thank you for watching today's video.